Our Dungeon Master tip of the podcast is a number of details here, but it's customizing NPCs and monsters. So there are a multitude of ways to customize your NPCs and monsters. So below are some simple ways that you can make your NPCs and monsters feel completely different from what is written in the monster manual or whatever source book that you are getting them from. Ian, why don't you give us the first one?
Well, one example is you can just simply change the race of one the NPC is. Like, for example, if you make a guard a halfling, yeah, its speed becomes 25, but they gain the lucky trait. And it doesn't usually do much to really alter a monster's or NPC's challenge rating.
Which is great. So basically, all we did is give it what? A racial feature.
Yep.
Which is really nice because they all have so many varieties, right? A guard that's a high elf is going to have a cantrip, right? So there's a lot of versatility there.
I think if you come across an NPC that happens to be a tiefling, if you attack it, I think they should always be able to use Hellish Rebuke.
I agree. And they should. Oh, and if you don't know, here's a bonus DM tip. Use their most powerful abilities every time first. Yep. Like our wonderful Ragnar did in our Clash of Classes, using his big-ass fireball and nuking his enemy in a single strike almost.
That was after a whole person, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true. What's the next tip there?
Spell swaps.
Yes.
Swapping spells for NPCs. You see a lot of these spellcasters, apprentice wizards, apprentice sorcerers. They're spellcasters, and this is what they have available. At will, they got these, and here's some first level spells.
Change them.
Take those, drop them, give them something different.
I do it all the time. It's great.
Or shoot, just take the existing spells and change your element.
Ooh, that would give you some variation that the players wouldn't have.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Fireball's no Thunderball.
Oh, that is way cooler.
In the James Bond movie.
I love that. Dude, okay, so you can take it from a psychic ball. Oh, that's cool. All right, anyways, very cool. This doesn't change the spells challenge rating as well, by the way. No. All right. Armor and weapon swaps. This is one of my favorites because I think it's a really great way to let it stand out that they're different. So simply upgrading and downgrading weapons is a great way to feel the impact of the added variation in your game. So a Berserker, for instance, generally has a great axe. The stat block says it has a great axe, but you can easily substitute it with 2 short swords. Or a maul. The maul's not that much different than a great axe. It's just 2d6 instead of a d12.
It is the shopping mall.
Oh my god. Berserker just swinging a whole shopping mall. All right, this also allows for 2 attacks for the CR instead of 1 without really increasing the damage output, though it is likely to hit more often with 2 attacks than 1, especially when combined with its reckless feature. So adjustments to AC and damage can change an NPC's CR rating, so just be mindful of that. Brandon, you want to pick up that last one there?
Magic items. More powerful NPCs and monsters are likely to be in possession of 1 or more magic items.
Oh, that sounds familiar. We were just talking about that.
Yeah. A mage, for instance, may have a wand of magic missile or a few spell scrolls. Giving a monster or NPC a potent damage-dealing magic item could alter its challenge rating, of course. That doesn't make sense.
Yep. So you got to be mindful of that as well. So these simple tricks can really make the same stat block seem so varied, as you probably have learned from our show. Because when I first started, that's all I did is swap out some of those things, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Now, honestly, the final product of what gets released in the stat block and the lore is generally different either than what we talk about here. But in the end, taking existing stat blocks and making changes is such a potent tool. And these tips here are not that. You can change all of them if you want. You can take the Berserker stat block, make it a halfling, give it the lucky feature, give it the magic, the ring of the mirror blade, and give it 2 weapons instead of, a great axe. And it's a completely different beast. So Andrew says, a ring that grants a caster a transmute meta magic ability for free that lets it also affect radiant and necrotic spells. That's really cool. I like that. All right. So do you guys got anything else beyond this Dungeon Master Guide tip?
I mean, it's basically how you do the monster variants, so we're quite familiar with that.
Yeah. Alrighty. That'll do it for our DM tip.